Yo, what is going on, guys? This is Lejeune here. Now, I know I'm late with this video, but today I will be going over my review of Days Gone. Now, for this review, I'm going to go over the good first, then I'm going to go over the bad, because there's a lot of good that overweights the bad first. So, I'm going to do the good first. So, yeah. Now, to firstly start this off, I give this game an 8 out of 10. Now, I saw the way that IGN and GameSpot, I think they even like a 6.5, but that was in the beginning when it had all the glitches and stuff in it, and like with the patches in the game now, it made it even better. So I don't know, they should have changed it a little bit, because it kind of did not deserve a 6.5 in my opinion, even though people try to compare it to The Last of Us. Like, I don't even know why would you compare them games, but I could kind of see why, apocalyptic, open world, single player games. So I can honestly see why they could compare it. But yeah, let's get into it. Now, for the good, I will go over the story, the weapons, the hordes, the camp trust, the characters, and how how much of the world comes for you. As they said many a times that the world will come for you. Now, for the story, honestly, the story was really, it was kind of dull in the beginning. I'm gonna keep it so real with you. The story was so dull until you got to the camp with Iron Mike. I forgot the name of it that fast, but that's when the story starts to pick up a little bit, and especially after you defeat Carlos and you go to the military camp, bruh. When I say it picks up the pace on the story, it picks up well. When I say it picks up so fast, because you find Sarah, when you've been looking for her the whole time. And after you find her, you have to escape with her, trying to escape from the military base, and all of a sudden she gets inside of the military base for some odd reason. I don't know why. It was some reason with the general, but I'm not really sure on it on the top of my head. But they had to escape from the general. The general was you know how it is with apocalyptic things. The general was crazy. He was really crazy, and yeah, they had to escape from him. Now, honestly, I rate the story. I could give it a good 8. I'm doing a 1 through 10 scaling, by the way. If I didn't say it in the beginning, I give that story a 8. Now, it would have been like a good 9, or possibly. I'm not gonna give it a 10, but it's just the beginning. It was dull. It didn't grip me as much as it did when it got to the ending. But when it got to the ending, that's when it started picking up. Like, that's when it was really heat. I loved it. Now, for the weapons. Now, the weapons in this game, it's pretty any you could choose. Of course, they got some better weapons, but I like the weapons in this game, because if you guys didn't know, you unlock more weapons if you fight, more hordes in the game. You could do that for like an in-game activity, or you could do it while you're doing the game. Just go out, find hordes, and just kill them. And you unlock weapons. Now, this is submachine gun sidearm that you unlock early on in the game. It is so useful. I promise you, that submachine gun, sidearm, it is so useful, because it's just like an automatic. And in this game, with the enemies, for human enemies, it's a one-shot head, and you don't have to waste your primary ammo trying to just kill not zombies, freakers, and kill it's not one headshots for freakers, but for humans, all you just take one shot. All you gotta do is one shot, and they gone. You don't gotta waste no primary ammo. You can save it for any type of encounters they got later on or anything. So I really like the way they did with that sidearm, and plus I like the assault rifles in the game. It was really good. I like the one from the camp, the hot springs. Yeah, you get it from their level 3. I forgot the name of it on the top of my head, but that weapon, when you first start off with it, it is so good. But there's more weapons you unlock from the military that kind of blows it out the water. To be honest, like the Tommy gun, that gun is so good when it comes to hordes. Like, bruh, I will show you some clips of me fighting hordes with that Tommy gun. It melts through hordes. Especially got that perk where you double penetrate through freakers. It's amazing for hordes. Now, for the heavy weapons, I always use a LMG. I did not use none of the snipers, to be honest with you. The only time I actually used a sniper was when I had to get it from the dude Schizo. That's legit the only time I used it, when that story mission we had to blow up the dam. Now I can't really speak on the snipers because I haven't used them, but the LMGs, the RPK, the RPD, I think it is RPD or RPK, one of those that you get from the military base. Amazing, must need if you're trying to fight hordes all the time. It's a must. I promise you, it's a must. Now we're gonna get to the camp trust levels. Now I really like how they did these camp trusts. The trust, leveling up, you gotta go 1, 2, and 3. Now to get to the level 2 is kind of easy. All you gotta just do the side missions and do the main story for it and all that. And you get to level 2 pretty fast. But when it gets to level 3, that's when it gets kind of challenging. I can't even say the word. Oh my god! But you understand. You know what I'm trying to say. So basically, it's a higher. You do this, you get a higher reward. So the more things you do for that camp, the higher rewards you get from them. And it was pretty good. I liked it because for the hot springs, you get that assault rifle I just talked about. I remember it was in a demo too. If you guys know the demo, what they showed off in 2016 when Deacon was fighting the horde at the sawmill, then you'll know what I'm talking about. Now they had that gun, and for the military they had the Tommy gun, and I'm not really sure for the last one. I can't remember off the top of my head, but honestly, I like the way they did the camp trust levels, because the higher the more you do the missions for them, you will get a good reward at the end of the day. So I like the camp trust levels. It was a W. I loved it. Now, another thing I loved about this game, you already know what it is, the hordes. Man, like honestly, I think if they did not add hordes in this game would probably be a good 6. A good 6 or 7. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I don't care what you say. Like, I'm the type that like this game, but honestly, you get a thrill from fighting hordes. Like, come on now, like you just don't get that. I've seen some people judge the game and say how the horde's not fast enough and all that when you on a bike, on a bike running from them. Come on now, like I be wanting to comment on it so bad, but let's just skip to the point. But hordes, they are very satisfying to fight in this game. Now, if you guys watch my walkthroughs, you'll see how hyped I was just fighting hordes. I was just happy. I'll probably show some clips of it, of me fighting a little bit of hordes and everything. And you'll see my excitement, especially the sawmill, one of the biggest hordes in the game. When I fought that horde, I was shaking. I was happy and shaking at the same time, and so nervous because it was so many freakers in that one little spot grouped up. And when I thought I was almost done, I see a whole bunch of like a good 100 or 200 just running at me from a whole nother position. I just loved it. It was real good. Let's fucking go! I'm the realest nigga alive. Now we're gonna move on to the characters. Now the characters, they had their ups and downs. I'm gonna keep it real with you. They all weren't perfect, but they all made an impact into the story that made it even better and better. Now Deacon, he's the main character. Deacon is a dude you gotta, ladies, if you want a Deacon, you gotta find your Deacon. Deacon will go from the world to the end of the earth just to find you. This dude is so loyal into finding his girl. I swear I never seen somebody so loyal in a video game that would go further beyond just to find a wife. Now, Sarah was good. When we finally found her, I thought she married Corey, Captain Corey, or Colonel Corey. And the dude had on our ring. I'm like, oh my god, she really just, she thought we was dead, so she probably moved on. And I'm like, oh man, that's crazy. But then again, they explained it that they confiscated all their jewelry, so she didn't. She was single. She held it down. She always liked Deacon, so I respect her. She was really good, and it was crazy finding out that she knew about the virus but she thought her coworker was crazy, and you know it ended up turning into a huge panic. You know, that's when the virus got released, and you know everything went to hell basically. So Sarah was amazing. Now Boozer is the dude you gotta have on your team. Boozer is loyal. He will tell it to you straight up. He don't care about the results. As you probably seen it, Deacon got flexed by Boozer with one arm when they had that little argument about Sarah being dead. How you get flexed by a dude with one arm? That's just crazy to me. I'm sorry for my stuttering, but that is just crazy to me. Now Ricky and Iron Mike, like I'm gonna talk about it in the bad. I'm gonna talk about that in the bad. But I like the character overall. You know, he's the peacemaker out of everything. He's the peacemaker. Ricky, that was the chick she trying to get at us. You know, Deacon had to turn her down, even though he had a clear chance to get at that. He didn't. But Ricky, she was really good at first. When we first you know showed about Ricky a little bit better and knew anything about her. But as the story evolved, you know, we got to learn and more stuff about Ricky. So I really liked Ricky. Now O'Brien was good. He helped us out a little bit. Well, not a little bit. He helped us out a lot to find Sarah. So yeah, it was pretty cool. Now, if you guys didn't know, spoiler, if you guys didn't know, O'Brien is a freaker, like one of the advanced freakers. So that's gonna be kind of tight. That's kind of setting up a part, you know, Days Gone too. So I like that. Carlos, I'm gonna talk about that in the bad. Schizo, he a snake. I don't care about him. Fuck him. And the military characters, you know, the General Corey. What else? The science dude. They was all good. I liked them. I really liked them, especially when it got to the end. Like when everything was going down. Corey, he saved us from the General. I forgot the dude's name, but he saw us escape. He saw Deacon and Sarah escaping, and he let them go. So that was he really that dude. Corey and the science dude, they are legit. Now the General, I liked him. He was really, you know, the typical crazy general that's in the past, stuck in the past when they can't move on. You know, he was pretty stuck on, you know, like religious thing. You know, he built the ark, and they was inside the ark and everything. So you know, he was kind of crazy. You know, it took a toll on him. He was pretty old anyway, so I can understand that. But now we finna get into the concept of the world coming for you. When I say they really meant it, how the world really comes for you, bruh. I will tell you many a times I'm chilling on my phone or something, playing Days Gone, doing a side mission or something. I'm just parked, you know, it's dark, and all of a sudden, I get charged by a horde. I remember this I wish I was recording. I was legit chilling, just doing nothing, and all of a sudden a horde came out of nowhere. Especially when it comes to the bears and freakers. Now I'm gonna talk about this. Now freakers, they really come out of nowhere. If you fighting, doing an ambush camp, and you keep, you know, if the fight keep progressing, a freaker horde came out of nowhere in my instance. When I was doing a side mission, a horde just came out of nowhere and wiped the whole camp. It was crazy, and I ended up dying because I got trapped in the horde. So it was really fun. I like how it is, you know, you can shoot your gun and all that, but it's gonna have a risk while doing that. Legit, out of everything, a fucking cougar? Are you serious? Now, I'm not saying this gonna happen every time, but it's gonna happen a few bit times when you go see a bear or you go see wolves or the runners. They gonna come out of nowhere and, you know, interrupt, you know, the ambush camps and, you know, kill some of the enemies. And I like it. I really like it because they really put that concept in that the world is gonna come for you, and they kind of meant it. So I really respect that. Now, this is where we get to the bad stuff. Now the bad stuff, I'm keep it real with you. We start off with Carlos. We did not get enough screen time with Carlos. Now I know I did not get the full story of Carlos. I'm not sure if they intended to put the full story in for Carlos, but he rolled with Deacon and Boozer, if I'm correct, when he was torturing Deacon. We did not get enough of Carlos. Literally, Carlos is the only human boss fight. Like, Carlos was so easy to kill. He was so, like, it was nothing to kill the dude. All you did was fight him. Then when you fight, I think you choke him out or something, or he overdosed, or he OD'd. But that was legit. That was it. That was the whole fight. All you do, he put some coke in your nose. You woozy and all that, and all you do is just fight him with your fist. And I think you choke him out, or he ODs or something. One of those. That's the fight. That's the boss fight. Yeah, that's legit the boss fight. You just fight him with your fist and you kill him. That's it. That's legit the only human boss fight. Now I'm not even finna get into how the ending was. You don't fight no like last ending boss. It's nobody. All you do is sit down with Sarah and the general while he's talking, doing his little crazy speech, and Sarah puts poison in the tea, and he dies from the tea. The main boss, the crazy dude that captured your girl, pimp slapped her, made her bleed and everything, he dies from poison. Yeah, that was the boss. I don't even consider that a boss. It was during a cussing. I don't know. That's my thing. It wasn't enough, bosses. It had some bosses, some of the freaker, bosses and all that other stuff. But like for human based boss, we legit only had Carlos. And that's the one we like kind of only fought. And that was it. The rest was just hordes and freakers. I don't know. That's just one thing it was the lack of bosses, like human bosses, and the final boss, it was legit nothing. So that was my thing about that. Now another thing I hate when Deacon is whispering like he's a crazy man. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. Deacon, when he's whispering, when you're doing a stealth mission or something, he sounds like he on some cuckoo shit.
It's not yours. You got that? Yeah, that's
Like
right.
literally, he will legit talk crazy. I'm not even finna try to mimic what he says because it's so stupid trying to say it out loud. Like, it is so crazy that they even added that. It gets annoying sometimes. Honestly, it gets annoying. But, of course, we're going to talk about the glitches and bugs. They fixed the bugs that I've encountered. So, it was still a bad experience a little bit when I ran into the bugs. But it wasn't nothing that like, oh my god, I delete this game the worst thing ever. That's not how I am. So, the bugs and glitches, they was annoying, but when they fixed them, it really wasn't a problem at that point. But we finna get into the variant of the freakers. Now, honestly, I think as soon as you counter new variants of freakers, you do your little boss fight for them, they have no type of impact in the game ever again. I put that on everything I love. They have no type of impact at all. After you do that one boss fight and they introduce, they nothing. All you just see them out in the open world. They're not even a threat during the story. That's legit it. Well, they I'm not gonna say they're a threat through the story, but you just fight them easy. As soon as you get the good guns, they are legit nothing to do. Like, they just easy, just you go into focus, just do nothing but headshots. They'll be gone in about 30 seconds or less. Like, I don't know, I just think they underused the variant freakers when it came to the story. Now, that's my thing on that. Now, another thing that I did not like is how we just forgot all about Lisa. I did not know Lisa was one of the secret endings of this, so you can kind of ignore this. I'm gonna put a time stamp where you can really just skip this part, because I kind of rambled on about Lisa. So if you still want to watch it, you can watch it. But yeah, I didn't really know about it. So yeah, legit. The last time we see Lisa is when she escapes from Carlos's, from the dudes. I forgot their name already, but when she escapes from Carlos' base, that's the only time we see Lisa. We don't hear from Lisa. We don't get no mission trying to find her or anything. We don't even see her no more. That's it. Like, bruh, I liked it, Lisa as a character, but for just her to just disappear and just not be nothing after that, it kind of triggered me a little bit when I was going over my notes thinking about it, because Lisa has so much potential. She reminded Deacon of Sarah's sister, if you guys didn't know. So honestly, Lisa was pretty cool. I liked her as a character. She was really cool. Now, even though she kept running away so much, it was just crazy. I did not like how that was. Now, we're gonna go into Iron Mike being the peacemaker, and this is it. Now, for Iron Mike, I did not like how he tried to be a peacemaker out of every situation. When it comes to, people threatening you and Carlos going over your boundaries and doing stuff behind your back, you have to put your foot down, man. It's no point of trying to be peacekeeper and all that other stuff. Especially when Carlos raided your camp, killed almost everybody in that thing, and you gonna say, I gotta talk to Carlos. I gotta talk to Carlos. Our agreement still stands. Nigga, what? He just killed almost half of your camp, and you still want to be peace? You still want peace? How? Like, it was just, I don't know. It just, his peacemaking ways, honestly, it wasn't my cup of tea. It really wasn't. It was not my cup of tea. But honestly, that's all I have to say about the game. Overall, I still like the game. I still give it an 8 out of 10. I liked it. It was a fun experience. The story was amazing when it got to the end. And yeah, that's my review on Days Gone. Let me know what you guys think. What was your rating for Days Gone? And tell me what you think about the game, by the way, because I like to see opinions. I like to have a conversation about it and everything. But hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I hope you guys have a good day.